Hello everyone, welcome to today's online class. In this session, we will be learning about selection of research learning course resources. For study tool resources, how to categorize and search and screening study tool resources based on requirements, analyzing and selecting research learning resources accurately according to certain rules, establishing a study tool resource library. Resources, in terms of study tool learning, are like teaching materials or textbooks. Without resources, study tool activities would be like castles in the air. Discovering valuable study tool resources not only highlights the characteristics of study tool trips, but also maximizes the realization of the educational value of study tool. Firstly, in terms of the study tool curriculum, let's analyze. Curriculum resources refer to various factors that help students to learn various materials and conditions conducive to student learning. In all study tool trips, resources that contribute to achieving curriculum goals and facilitate students in engaging in learning activities are considered curriculum resources. So, can we step out of the classroom and regard society as our classroom, and everything around us as our textbooks? The charm of study tool lies in stepping out of the campus and regarding society as our classroom and everything around us as our textbooks. Therefore, every blade of grass and every brick in our motherland, every corner of our hometown are rich resources for study tool, bearing the sentiments of our country and the essence of our culture. These study tool resources are like building blocks. By, according to certain rules, arranging them, we can construct the basic content of study tool. What we need to do from such rich study tool resources for our use is to select the most suitable resources. The study tool survey specification points out that study tool primarily targets primary and secondary school students, uses group tourism as a carrier, aims to enhance students' quality as an educational purpose, relies on tourism attractions and other tourism resources, and conducts experiential education and research learning. It is a kind of educational tourism activity. This fully illustrates that study tool is a new model under the concept of Tourism Plus, spanning the two major sectors of education and tourism. Tourism resources mainly include two aspects: natural scenic tourism resources and cultural landscape tourism resources. Natural landscape include rivers, lakes, hot springs, beaches, wildlife, etc. Humanistic resources in tourism resources mainly include historical and cultural relics, ancient architecture, ethnic customs, food, and shopping. Study tool should make full use of existing tourism resources, transform the connotation and characteristics of resource, points into curriculum content, and endow them with cultural and educational significance. Study tool resources are categorized thematically into traditional cultural, practical experience, natural ecology, science and technology art, labor education, sports expansion, etc. We will proceed step by step from the classification, collection, and screening of study tool resources. First is the classification of study tool resources, which can be divided according to the attributes of the resources themselves and the themes of the curriculum. Firstly, according to the attributes of study tool courses, they can be classified as scenic spots and historical sites, museums, factories and enterprises, scientific research institutes, natural ecology, base camps, etc. Make study tools as a comprehensive practical activity, which guides students to explore socially relevant themes or nature, and propose study tool themes with educational significance. Therefore, study tool has a theoretical basis in naturalism education. Digging out study tool resources with educational value should conform to the principle of naturalism, as students venture into nature to gain education, to think and learn from practice. Since ancient times, both the East and the West have advocated naturalism education, whose core lies in the nature emphasized to the laws of nature, obedience, and exploration. In-depth knowledge is gained through immersion in nature, facilitating growth. Aristotle once pointed out that education should follow the natural order and should start from the laws of students' physical and mental development as the starting point of education itself. In the natural world, specific guidance is provided to teach students such as botany and astronomy, which requires immersing oneself in the field into nature and through careful observation, gaining more direct learning gains. This type of resource exploration realizes the transformation of time and space, utilizing more flexible time to shift educational venues from schools to nature. Nature is the best classroom for education. The purpose of students participating in study tool is to learn knowledge and broaden their horizons. Therefore, resources exploration must adhere to educational principles, emphasizing connotation development, and conduct deeper sorting of resources. From study tool, students should gain knowledge. Secondly, according to the theme of the curriculum, it can be divided into traditional cultural, science and technology art, natural ecology, creative thinking, sports, expansion, etc. Through different themes, we can analyze and investigate the content and objective of a curriculum through different themes to formulate and design your study tool themes. For example, practicing knowledge and action in unity, feeling the Tao of China, Longhu Mountain Chinese Culture Study Tool, inheriting intangible heritage skills, exploring aerospace technology, study tool in Jingdezheng, etc. Based on different study tool resources, we can develop our own study tool themes. Lastly, the collection of study tool course resources through different collection methods and project collection resources can be searched through the internet as reference, as well as personal experience, word of mouth, city, category, resource characteristics, opening hours, etc. For example, Longhu Mountain, Jinggangshan, Jingdezheng, where they are located, what type they belong to, opening hours, etc. At the same time, we can also search online. For example, the characteristic of Longhu Mountain resources is the 8th World Natural Heritage Site in China, World Geological Park, National Natural and Cultural Double Heritage Site, National 5A Level Scenic Spot, open from 7:30 in the morning to 5:30 in the afternoon. Lastly, the screening of study tool course resources. Firstly, information verification can be done through methods such as phone calls, emails, etc., to inquire about the responsible party for course resources, to verify whether the study tool course resources can meet the needs of the course content, preparing for the next step of field inspection. Secondly, through field inspections of course resources, whether they match the information verified and the practicality, feasibility, and safety of resources, to develop an information verification form. For example, we need to understand the number of receptions, reception time, in-house courses, course content, course design, etc. Finally, experience implementation. Classmates, what other ways can we quickly find suitable study tool resources? Today's class ends here. See you next time.